Hey guys, what's going on? It's Looge. I want to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart. And for those of you that don't know, and for those of you that don't know anything about Proletariat, Proletariat has joined Blizzard to bolster World of Warcraft. Now, I came across this article on GameSpeed. I don't know who these people are, but they seem to have a very well detailed article about this. So to give a little backstory, for those of you that know, I played Spellbreak. I was a creator in Spellbreak. I've played World of Warcraft for the past 12 years, 2009, so 13 years, on and off. Recently on and off, but I played for the first 10 years faithfully. And I just want to say this is a terrible decision on Blizzard's part. If people know what Proletariat did, what Proletariat has done, the lack of communication with their game, the development, the lack of follow-up, the lack of updates, and more importantly, the fact that we act like nothing fucking happened with Spellbreak. Now, Looge, what do you mean by that? What did Proletariat do that's so fucking bad? Well, they pretty much they released their game, right? Which I would say the release went very well. But my gripe was, for the alpha and beta, you had a lot of people playing the game, got very good at it, and when the game released, there was no skill-based matchmaking. There was no way to separate the good and the bad players. So the people that had about probably a year, 2 years experience were fucking beaten down on everybody. And then the new players were like, well, this game seems fun, but I'm getting fucking slapped left and right. So what's the deal? That's my first gripe with Proletariat. But understanding you have people alpha, beta testing your game. You know, people are going to get good, but they let everybody play. Before they released Spellbreak, they had an event where pretty much they invited creators to play the game. I was one of those creators, luckily enough, that played the game. They put you on a team of 3. You might have fucking Fortnite Ninja on your team, or you might have fucking Joe Schmo with fucking 20 subscribers, which is like me, 20 subscribers that has no idea what he's doing. But they did their best to make the teams even, but it didn't really work out too well. So pretty much all these creators got to play the game, people from magazines got to play the game and see how the game worked. But there were people that broke the rules, and the people that were in the alpha and the beta made their own teams behind everyone's back and just slapped the shit out of everybody, which was unfortunate and probably bad PR that's never been out, but I was there, so that's something I disliked very much so. So now, what did Proletariat do to make me have this opinion of them? Well, number one, Proletariat has been sexist to a couple content creators I won't name because I think they squashed the beef, but I don't forget. Where now you can see how sexism ties into World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft had a big controversy. A very bad controversy that involved cubicle crawling. Not the kind of guy you want to have on your side. Regardless of the fact, we'll let that go. Proletariat released the game, didn't continue development, didn't give a grind, didn't... there's a lot of shit I'll talk about, but let's look at the article first, and we'll go from there. So, Blizzard Entertainment says it plans to acquire Spellbreak maker Proletariat to beef up the staff in its massively multiplayer online role-playing game World of Warcraft. Woo! And more people because Blizzard fired people and people left because they got sexually harassed and or did the harassing. Under the deal, Boston-based Proletariat will become a part of Blizzard. It is a team of 100 people that will begin working on World of Warcraft, including the Dragonflight expansion coming later this year. Which, if they're using Proletariat for their artistic skills, I have no problem. I have no problem with that. But I just don't like the name on the company. It's like, you have two companies that both fucked up. Blizzard will always be successful no matter what they do. Coming together. This move is the biggest acquisition that Blizzard made, at least for the past decade. So they hired Vicarious Visions a very long time ago. They were Activision, so I mean, it's not like they outsourced them. And they worked on Diablo, which I wouldn't say that's gone very well. That's a lot of microtransactions. Proletariat likes a lot of microtransactions because they like to keep their game open and not tell their players that they're canceling the game. They go silent for a whole year. Blizzard itself got tossed around a bit before going to Activision. You know, the whole company's changed, microtransactions, like stuff. We are putting players at the forefront of everything we do, and we are working hard to both meet and exceed their expectations, said Mike Ybarra, president of Blizzard. I actually didn't know that was the guy. Fun fact. Making sure we will have the resources to produce experience our communities will love while giving our teams the space to explore creative opportunities within the projects. Proletariat is a perfect fit for supporting Blizzard's mission. Now, if you like Wow, that light is crazy. If you like to be quiet about your game and have lack of communication, which Blizzard has been faulted of many, many fucking times in the past when it comes to PvE, PvP, and anything else, all the other games, Overwatch and Diablo, then this is the place for you. If you like to be quiet, Proletariat, come right in. You're fucking great at that. You're great at keeping your fucking mouth shut and robbing your fucking customers. Or players, rather, right? Dealing with past challenges. Let's go to the next part. John Haidt, general manager of World of Warcraft Blizzard, said in an interview with GamesBeat it was challenging to support Shadowlands last year, which Shadowlands was completely fucking dog water, mind you. I enjoyed the I like bursty PvP seasons, so cool, we got that going. Whatever the case might be. I asked Seth Savak, CEO of Proletariat, nice guy, if the company hesitated on the deal because of Blizzard's weakening reputation, which has taken hits in recent years. I mentioned the sexual discrimination investigation, criticism, blah, 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 Blizzard fucked up. We had a very kind and open conversation about this, and I think the Blizzard team recognized some of the challenge they've had. Yeah, when you get caught doing stupid fucking shit, cubicle crawling, harassing women, women's suicide, I mean, I don't know if there's much to talk about, but I digress. I think the Blizzard team recognized their challenges, continue to make a great place for developers to work. I would fucking hope so. He added that was encouraging. Obviously, there's a lot of work to be done to continue to make an awesome place for developers to work, but we're pretty happy and satisfied with the direction the teams are going. I would say Blizzard has made an improvement, but unfortunately, time will only tell. I haven't really talked about Blizzard publicly, but I am now. I don't agree with anything they did, but I have to admit they are... Yo, this fucking light. I have to admit they are making changes, and those changes have to be good ones. We'll see in Dragonflight. The quality of the game is going to be better than any of the decisions they make, including deleting fucking pictures in the game, rather, or any sexual innuendo. We're fucking adults. Having a picture of a fucking woman in World of Warcraft on a painting isn't really something to change. That doesn't show you're changing, but only time will show you changing. Immediate changes are hollow. Long-term changes are very important for a company. Right? Wrong? I think I'm right. Could be wrong. Open discussion, right? So, Haidt said it was devastating for him to go through the turmoil in the past year because they fucked up. You have to change your culture. You have to make sure it's now more inclusive in our workplace. Stop hitting on fucking women. Getting drunk, cubicle crawling. You know the fucking deal. It's been beaten into the ground. Savak didn't know that change would come as a result, but he's excited in the direction the company's going. I mean, Proletariat really couldn't go anywhere because they couldn't support their own game. So Blizzard buying them is actually a blessing for them, because Spellbreak, even though it was making some kind of revenue, wasn't enough to upkeep, updates, everything else. I think Spellbreak was a great game, but it wasn't enough because there was no incentive to keep playing the game. The game was very hollow. The game was very... It's a battle royale, but like... Look at Fortnite, right? They want to say, oh, we're competing with people like Fortnite. Yeah, well, Fortnite has a battle pass. Fortnite has a progressive story. Fortnite has little kids. They have big content creators. Fortnite has a lot of traffic directed to... They have fucking Marvel. They have Disney. They have a whole bunch of compilations. They got fucking Naruto. I could go on for days. The fucking Fortnite universe is insane. The FCU is fucking crazy. So, I mean, they have a lot of drive to their company. Apex Legends, it died out. Apex Legends came, it died out. But... they kind of revamped the game. They had new champions. The characters have stories. You know, shit like that. They had a reason for you to come back. The map changes. Spellbreak never changed since it's been out. It's been the same fucking game since release. They've tuned gauntlets. They wanted to make different types of metas, but never did anything. They had like 2 updates that changed the meta. One's a lightning meta, one's a stone meta, whatever the fuck the case might be. I don't remember. This was fucking almost 2 years ago. I don't like the way the game was ran. I enjoyed it when it first came out, but the game was never upkept. The only thing that was upkept was the shop. Out of everything, when Proletariat went silent, it was only the shop that was updating. And yeah, I get they had the shop pre-rolled, but you're selling skins with no more content. Skins aren't content. So what are you going to bring to Warcraft? Which is why I'm saying if they're part of the art team, the content will come. But if they're making executive choices on the game, I don't feel comfortable with those choices. I'm just saying. All right, so back to the article. My first conversation with Seth was back in December. I was really impressed with him. The team felt like they had a lot of shared values. I don't know what those values are. I mean, maybe I don't want to go. I don't know what those values are. Whatever. The team had the ability to do stylized art, which we do. Yes, if they're staying with the art team, then I have no problem with this. But they don't really label. Like, are they just the art team? Is the 100 people being split? Because 100 people for an art team is fucking insane. It's completely insane. One of the things that made this decision easy for us is to start working with Proletariat. They have a large remote workforce. Yeah, I guess. We looked at where the next chapter was going for Proletariat. This opportunity just meant to accelerate what we wanted to do. Being able to work for World of Warcraft audiences is really awesome. And the level of ambition on where I think both teams want to take World of Warcraft is incredibly exciting. Well, you have an entire universe that you want to expand on. I mean, World of Warcraft is a fucking cash cow, whether you want it to be or not. You release a mount in the store, everyone fucking buys it. You release the Epic Edition for Dragonflight with no idea what's going on, a bunch of people will buy it. Unfortunately, including myself. Regardless of the fact, is if you have a great game and you put content out, people will buy it. So money is increasingly exciting to us. Because Shadowlands was fucking terrible. But beyond the belief, fucking terrible. Proletariat was founded in 2012 by Insomnia, blah, blah, blah. They did Dungeons & Dragons Online, Escape Velocity, scaling up the number of users. Spellbreak was a critical success. I started talking. Spellbreak was a critical success. Spellbreak was a success for the release, and then the upkeep of it was too much because they couldn't implement skill-based matchmaking. They couldn't implement rank systems till it was too late. They couldn't implement anything but releasing skins and occasionally having live streams to create traffic for the game, which I did enjoy, but whatever the case might be. Where you are competing with some of the biggest games in the world. Yeah, this goes back to what I was saying before. They're competing with some of the biggest games in the world, but they're not doing anything to compete with them. You released the game and thought it would sell itself. You shelled out a bunch of money for streamers to play your game, get your game out there, right? And nobody came back to it. Why? Because there was no skill base. It goes back to what I said. Ugh. And that's the end of the article. So to make a long story short, I really hope Proletariat will not be making any executive decisions at Blizzard. I don't think they have the capacity to, since they couldn't even keep up their own game. They had a brilliant fucking idea. The idea was fucking brilliant. I thought it was great. They could have released more gauntlets. They could have made it more exciting. They could have released certain game modes. They could have had, you could have a game where you play tag instead of having a gauntlet, blah, 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 this and that. I'm not comfortable with this. I don't know what's in the future for Blizzard, but I really hope they took into consideration the type of company Proletariat is and honestly put the whips to their fucking back and put them into shape. I don't like Proletariat as a company. I'm starting to like Blizzard as a company again, but Proletariat, not really. So here's to the new Blizzard Entertainment. Let's go. It's a cheer to the fucking winners and rich people. And yeah, Looge out. Goodbye.